Driving home from work today and it is raining. I tried to make that rhyme. It wasn't gonna happen. I have been MIA. I have been MIA badly, and you want to know what part of the reason is. You guys know I do a lot. I do most, if like 99% of these in my car. I've been listening to music and putting on spectacular concerts in my car, and that's why I have not been making videos. That is why I have not been vlogging to you guys, because one, nothing new and exciting happens in my life, and two, I like music. But the music is what I'm here to talk about today. So let me turn the heat down because it's cold. It's rainy and cold. It's like in the 60s. Anyways, I put together a playlist about a month or so back on Spotify for a friend. She and I were kind of exchanging music back and forth, and I made her one playlist, and then I was like, oh snap, I want to make you another playlist and kind of put like a bunch of more like obscure things that most people don't know about, as kind of a like, this is who I am type of thing, because music is who I am. And I want to kind of talk about why music is who I am, how music is who I am, and why music is the B-O-M-B diggity. So, growing up, we're going to start all the way back when I was a youth, a small child. Growing up, my parents obviously were in control of the music that we listened to, and my mom was home most of the time, so my mom is kind of what influenced most of the music that I listened to as a kid, and that was pretty much oldies and classic rock. One of the foundational, which I've learned isn't a word, but it is now, one of the foundational pieces of music that I owned as a kid, well, not that I owned, but that my parents owned and I listened to, was a cassette of the Buddy Holly Lives Greatest Hits collection. And I'm super stoked because, side note, one of the places where I work, the Performing Arts Center, next March is putting on a Buddy Holly show, and I almost crapped my pants when I saw the billboard, so I'm gonna go talk to some people and see who's gonna come with me. Can't wait. Anyways, back to this. So I grew up listening to a lot of 50s, 60s, 70s, and early 80s music. My dad is a big old school rap fan, so when I got a little bit older, he introduced me to like Slick Rick, Run DMC, Nucleus, and the like. There's obviously more, but I'm not going to sit here and name off everybody. Jazzy Jeff. Anyways, now I'm distracted because you guys, I love Slick Rick. Who doesn't love Slick Rick? So that's kind of where like my musical taste started from. And then when I got a little bit older, my parents were like, we were allowed to listen to certain things, and it sounds weird to say, but it's not like as a 10-year-old, how was I discovering music? We listened to country as well. We started listening to a lot of country music when I was a little bit older, and then when I was around 10, 11, 12, I started developing my own musical taste, and it started with Hanson. Hanson is my first and will always be my love. Hanson and Buddy Holly. If people ask me like my favorite musicians, it's always Hanson and Buddy Holly. So I started developing my own interest. I got into a lot of rock and roll. I got into a little bit more oldies, some blues. I started getting older and I got into more like folksy, indie stuff. By the time I was in high school, I was listening to a lot of indie stuff, and that's where this playlist comes into play. So we've now reached I skipped out on so much, you guys. But now we're at the playlist. And this playlist has a lot of artists that are big names, but not necessarily mainstream, very well-known big names. The biggest, obviously, Bob Dylan is on there. I feel like you can't talk about amazing music without talking about freaking Bob Dylan, because Bob Dylan is great. I also have on there the other big, Bright Eyes. A lot of people are familiar with Bright Eyes. I have a lot of Bright Eyes on that list. I love Bright Eyes. What else do I have on that playlist? I have M. Ward. I don't know if you guys know M. Ward, but if you do not know M. Ward, you must become familiar with him. Like Pronto, Stat, E Meets. That's a new thing. I'm just making it up. M. Ward is fantastic. His voice is great. His guitar playing is like ridiculous. And I love him. Along with M. Ward, I have She and Him. If you guys don't know She and Him, it's M. Ward and Zooey Deschanel had a band together. They do stuff sometimes. She's a good singer, and she has this like 50s vibe thing going on, and I adore her. So they're on there. I have Ray LaMontagne, because Ray the Mountain is also the shit. I could listen to Ray LaMontagne sing every day for the rest of my life and never even get remotely close to being sick of hearing it. His voice is like melted butter mixed with amazingness, if that's a thing. What else do I have on that playlist? I have Josh Ritter, a few songs by Josh Ritter, a few songs by Jackie Green. What else? I have Belle and Sebastian on there. Again, if you guys don't know Belle and Sebastian, highly recommend. Camera Obscura, also highly recommend. Hum. There's only a few Hum songs on there, but I like Hum. And I think that's it. Sorry, I'm merging out of the freeway, guys. Don't mind me. But anyways, I've been listening to this playlist, and it reminds me and brings me back to my late teens into my early 20s. And I had a lot of stuff going on at that point in time. Positive stuff, negative stuff. And these songs remind me of that, but not in a bad way. Not in like I wish I could go back and like relive that time or something like that. It's just really nice. I don't know how to explain it. Music is a huge part of who I am, and I don't get a lot of music time. When I'm at home, I don't really listen to music because I'm doing mom stuff. And yes, I could listen to music with Moira, but you have to balance and you have to pick and choose your arguments with a toddler. And if I were to put on music, maybe I could listen to some of my stuff, but then she's going to insist on listening to something she wants to listen to 500 times in a row. And I can't do that. So I just don't put on music at home very often. Joe isn't a music guy. Hubby isn't a music guy. There's stuff that he likes, but he's not like, he doesn't bleed music like I do. So there's not a lot of music at the house ever, which is really disappointing. I love listening to music. Then when I'm in the car, if I'm in the car with Moira, again, it's that, do I want to listen to my child scream and cry and throw a fit while I try to listen to what I want to listen to? Or do we drive in relative silence and just talk? Or do I listen to Here Comes the Sun 13 times in a row? And then follow it with You've Got a Friend in Me from Toy Story 100 times in a row, followed by Hakuna Matata another 100 times in a row. The answer to that is no. I would rather just talk. We just talk. So really the only time I get me music time is when I'm driving in the car by myself, which goes back to the beginning of the video where I explained why I have not been doing this. I've really been trying to get back into touch with the music loving side of me. I miss that, and I feel that I've been neglecting the music loving side of me. I don't like that. So that's what's been going on. Been listening to music. I really do. I've been talking to you guys about how I want to do like a I talk about one of my favorite songs type video, and I think I will do that. But I don't know where I want to start. So I'll probably start with stuff off this playlist that I was just talking about. I will, in the description for this video, I'm going to put a link to my Spotify playlist so that you guys, if you're interested, can go and check it out. Most of it's on the slower side, kind of like chillax stuff. But it's all good stuff. Good music. Good stuff. Anyways, I think that's really it. I just want to tell you guys I love music. And I love listening to music. And I love singing. I love putting on concerts in my car. I like pretending like I know how to play musical instruments. I don't. But I love the physical act of holding like a guitar and pretending to play it. I love the physical act of sitting behind the drums and drumming, which I have not done in a depressingly long period of time. I love music. I feel like a dummy, like saying, I love music. Music is important. It really is weird to me when I meet someone who is like apathetic and totally neutral about music. How? Music is literally life. So I am going to focus on driving. It's raining and I'm on the freeway. So we're going to go ahead and cut this short. I love you guys. Well, short. I say short. I don't know how long this has been. I love you guys. I will talk to you soon, hopefully about some of my favorite songs. So have the best day ever, and we will talk in the future times.